time is it? Oh, it's school. Oh, I gotta get ready for school.
Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna
I love learning. Wait a minute. COVID-19. No, there's no more school right now. Huh? Okay.
To leave a message at the tone, 'cause today I swear
P.L.A.I.D.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm
gonna keep my feet up, stare at the face.
Yeah, I forgot there's no school today, man. I woke up and everything. Hey, you trying to play some FIFA? Yeah, I'm gonna get on that right now. Yeah, just invite me when you get on, I'll be on. Alright, cool, man. Talk to you in a second. Alright, bye. Yes. Get on quick. Ugh. Ooh, man. Whew.
20 minutes later.
Let's go. Mr. Valdez got nothing on us. God!
No!
So, Mr. Valdez, what work did you get from geometry class?
For geometry, we got like a perimeter and area packet. Like there's some compound area where you gotta like separate the shapes and stuff. I think there's some surface area on it too. Did you guys get that for geometry?
Oh, for real, Mr. Valdez? Yeah, that's the same work I got for my geometry class.
Yeah, man, it's really cool how they always give us the same work for geometry. That way we're able to help each other in different classes. I just remembered. That being said, we're getting credit for these school hours, man. We should really be doing our work. This is like homeschooled. We're supposed to be learning.
Nah, it's vacation time. What do you mean right now it's school?
No, bro, we should really be doing our work, man. It's important. It's important for us to keep learning. We don't want to fall behind in our classes. Because when we come back, they're expecting us to have done all this work. Yes, you. We are supposed to be learning. This is like we are at school. And I know it's hard, and I know you guys have a lot going on. But let's really do the best we can with this situation. Let's take advantage of our opportunity to learn at home. Let's learn together. Learn with your family. Learn with whoever you can at home. Try to do your work, you guys. Reach out to your teachers. Ask us for help. Please, 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 do your work.
You know what? You're right. We've been playing FIFA for quite a bit. I'm down to do some work. We are getting credit for it anyways.
Woke up in London yesterday, found myself in the city near Piccadilly. Don't really know how I got.
So this is the challenge of today. It's in relation to perimeter. So we're gonna use knowledge of perimeter to help us out. If you read the challenge, it says each of the following problems. So there's more than one. This is gonna be the first one. It says work out the perimeter of one small rectangle. And this is the rectangle that we want to find out. So we just got to find the perimeter of that one. And we know two things. We know that if we stack these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this whole thing is 33 centimeters. And when we stack this 1, 2, 3, it's going to be 13 centimeters. So there's actually two ways to go about it. I'm going to explain one, and Mr. Valdez is going to explain one. So I'm going to go the more like guess and check way, but kind of like in a smart way, right? Intelligently. So I know that this whole thing is going to be 33, and I know that this side, that side, that side, and that side, obviously they're equal, and this side, which is the long sides of the rectangle, are going to be equal as well. Well, I'm going to say maybe that this is 2, and 2, 2, let's say that's 1, 1, 1, 1. And then I'm going to add them all up and see how close I get to 33. So I get 2 plus 2 plus 2, that's going to be 6 of my long ones. And I got 1, 2, 3 of my short. Well, that equals 9. So I know that I got to increase it way more because I'm trying to get 33 centimeters. And after I get 33 centimeters, I'm going to check it. And I'm going to make sure that whatever I get for the small ones And the big one will equal 13 centimeters, and that's gonna tell me that the answer is correct. But I'm gonna let you try that problem before. We'll show you the answer in our next video, including with our next challenge of the day.
Thanks, Mr. Neri. Okay, I'm Mr. Valdez, and there's also a way you can approach this with algebra. Okay, so if you're really good with algebra, or you want to maybe challenge yourself for the more advanced concepts, okay, as we said before, this side is congruent to this side, which is congruent to this side, which is congruent to this side. So they each get 1 mark. We also know that this side is congruent to this side, which is congruent to this side. So it each gets 2 marks. So if I make this side x, if they're all congruent, that means they're all equal. So that means x, this is x, and this is x, and this is x. Because whatever value they are, they're all the same. Okay? So if I made this side y, these sides are all also equal to each other, which is y, y, and y. Okay, so the way we would do this algebraically, is we know that this whole height is 33. So I know the whole height equals 33. Okay, but what is making up that 33? I have x plus x plus x plus x. So I have x plus x plus x plus x plus y plus y plus y plus y plus y plus y. Now if you guys remember, multiplication is the same thing as adding things over and over again. So if I have 4x's adding, okay, 4x's equals 4x. And since I have 3 of the same y's adding, you can do multiplication with that. Okay, so y plus y plus y turns into 3y. So now I have gone from this to this. So I have 4x plus 3y. 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. 1, 2, 3 y's. And it still equals 33. Okay, so I've set up an equation that represents this height. Okay, now I cannot solve for 2 variables unless I know one of the variables. Okay, so you need to do the same thing the way I set this up. X is still your small side, y is still your long side. You need to try to set up an equation with this smaller figure that is 13 centimeters high. You want to set up that equation under here, and then there's 2 ways you can do this. There's a method called elimination and a method called substitution. Try to set up that second equation and see if you can solve for x or y. Okay? Thanks.
Over a basic problem of perimeter. So remember, whenever they're asking you to find the perimeter of a figure or shape, what it means is that they're asking you to find the distance around it. Correct? And then notice that these numbers next to the sides are the distance from one point to the other point, or one corner to the other. So to find the distance around it, all you gotta do is literally add all the distance that you have. Then also remember that, let's say that I don't have an 11 here. Let's say that I don't have an 11, that your problem only gives you this right here. This right here is a rectangle. So you have an 11 naturally right there. So you could add things if you know, right? Alright, so to find the perimeter, as I was stating before, you just gotta add all these numbers. So you do 11 plus 11 plus 21 plus 21. We get that 11 plus 11 is 22, and 21 plus 21 is 42. Alright, now you gotta do is add 22 plus 42, and it gives you 64. And notice that in my problem, I don't have any units, so you can just leave it at 64. That's a good answer. But for example, if you have any units, like let's say that these were centimeters, all you gotta do is 64 centimeters. And that's it. That's the distance around this figure right here.
Mr. Neri, question.
Yes, that's the question.
Can I go to the bathroom? To find perimeter, you won't always have 3 sides to start. So on this example, we know this side length of our triangle is 16, and this side length is 12. Now if you notice, this box means this angle is 90 degrees. I hope you guys all said that out loud. Okay, which means this is a leg, and this is a leg. Okay, so if I draw this arrow here, I know that this is my hypotenuse. Now I want to find the perimeter, so I know I have 16 plus 12 but I do not know this side. So before I do anything else, okay, this is kind of using the recent work we've been doing, Pythagorean theorem, I need to find that missing side. So in order to do that, I know the Pythagorean theorem says a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is always your hypotenuse and a and b are always your legs. So I do have both legs, I do not know my hypotenuse. So we're going to do 12 squared plus 16 squared equals c squared. 12 squared, that's 12 times 12, I know that's 144. Okay, plus 16 squared. Do you know 16 squared? After much calculation?
164.
16 squared is 164. Okay, so that still equals c squared. Let's double check our work. 16 times 16 is
256.
606 1 256. So my wonderful student helper was just testing if I was awake. Alright, so 12 squared is 144. 16 squared, 256. All that is equal to c squared, and our c is the hypotenuse. So if I add these together, 144 plus 256, go ahead and do that on your own. And yes, you can use that. Okay, that is 400 equals c squared. Okay, and I'm going to move this over a little bit so we can focus on the math. Now, I am not looking for c squared. I do have c squared. Okay. But the hypotenuse here, okay, is equal to just c. So I need to get rid of that squared. The way we do that is by doing the inverse operation, okay? Square root, anything you do to one side, we got to do it to the other to make sure our equation's balanced and we're not actually changing anything. I'm going to move c to the left side because I like my variable up here, so I end up with c because square root and squared, and no, that is not an e, I know it looks like an e. Square root of 400, you do that in your calculator, it is a perfect square, so you get 20. So c is equal to 20. Now that I know all three sides of my triangle, okay, hey guys, so I know this is weird, this is a little weird for us teachers too. We're doing the best we can. Just know that you can always reach out to the school, call the school, email your teachers is probably the best way. Google Classroom, Remind, whatever your teacher has set up. For us math teachers, please feel free to reach out. We're always here to help. If you want to learn the stuff that's in the packet, reach out to us. We'll be posting videos. If you want to learn interesting, different things, maybe have little activities, we'll try to provide you with something like that. If you want to do something maybe more challenging, like the challenge problems or a little project, let us know. We'll find something for you guys. Okay? We miss having you guys at school. We miss giving you guys the best learning experience we can. Okay? But please do the best you can while you're home. Because again, this is not a vacation. I know it feels like it, and I know it's hard for you guys to work at home. But again, do the best you guys can.
Yeah, so as I was telling my students, we are going to, as Mr. Valdez was saying, we're posting instructional videos to help you out. And I told my students to do the best they can. Just try them. You have a lot of time. Try these things. We have 2 weeks of, as we're saying, instructional time. So, yeah, whenever you have enough time, just look at it. Look at the videos. They're not that long. Or, if you want to email us. My students, you can contact me through Google Classroom as well. I will be checking it consistently. So anything that will help, we'll try to do it.
And again, that was just a test because we're supposed to be 6 feet apart. Social distancing.
Definitely show.
We're just, showing you what not to do.
Don't
this
do
whole
that.
time we've been
6 feet apart.
Okay? Keep that distance, stay safe, be smart.
Wash your hands. Cough in your elbows.
Hey, Mr. Neri, what are 3 things you use every day?
The Pythagorean theorem, perimeter, area, and you?
Math, and math.
There we go.